get good, Fox. It's time for some more MechWarrior 5, and I've got another hero mech for us to try out. Introducing the Spider hero mech variant. It is known as the Spider A, aka, I believe it's pronounced Anansi. I'm not sure. I did look up a little bit about it. There wasn't a lot of information about this mech, but I did look up what I could, and it does seem like, you know, it seems interesting. Anyways, we are going to get in here. Let's talk about the weaponry. First, I'm going to open up with my volley of medium lasers, which is, you know, that's something that a Spider would have. We got a pair of machine guns. So that weaponry alone is already better than what you would typically get on a Spider. 2 medium lasers, 2 machine guns. That's honestly not bad. Like I would be more than willing to play a light mech that had exactly that. 2 medium lasers, 2 machine guns. But to round it out, we've got an SRM-4, which gives us just that little bit of punch. The top speed is at impressive 129 kilometers. That is not unexpected, as the Spider's not a slow mech. I believe this mech hero variant doesn't do anything to increase the armor. I believe it is just as armored as any other old Spider would be. Oh, we got ourselves interesting. We got ourselves a Vindicator here. Order the Lance onto the Vindicator, and I'm gonna lose them. We have some pretty impressive equipment on board. We got a pair of anti-missile systems. You can't really see it too well. Maybe if no, it's on my torso, so it's like you can see that little like lump of metal, that little like thing that's popping up. But yeah, since we got lostech on board, I'm trying to make sure that we don't lose any equipment, just because this is also a disadvantage of being in the city, is that when I run through all of the walls and the buildings, well, you know, it turns out that's really good at slowing me down. And the main advantage of this mech, wow, I feel like I'm drunk right now. I'm not used to piloting a mech as fast as this. I'm just like swerving around like a crazed maniac. I think I'm just gonna trust my allies to take out that Vindicator. I mean, the Vindicator is pretty close. It's not gonna be able to use all of its weapons, and you know what? I can just like run through these. It's all good. Tear up some of these buildings that we can't. What are you guys doing? Destroy it. Like, there's 3 of you. And 2 of you are heavy mechs. Like, you should be able to take this guy. Okay, I'm going to go help over here. That's fine. I need to stay... See how slow we go inside the city? And remember, one of the rules of the game is that if you go slow, the enemy has better aim on you. So the faster you're moving, you get like a natural... There's the SRL. Let's use the SRM-4 a little bit. There we go, just blasted his arm off. Coming in to disable his weapons. There he goes. There's the ejection from losing his equipment. Here we go.
Bruh.
Oh. Nope, don't want to collide. We are very lightly armored, so all collisions are bad. I am faster, though, so I'm able to just maraud these guys very effectively. Like, overall, like, these weapons are not bad. Like, this is great weaponry for a light mech. I would be more than happy to use this kind of setup. You know, I would like... Oh, that's another thing. We do have jumperonis for all they are good for. But we have them. Oh, God, I didn't realize I'm surrounded. There we go. Let's go get these guys over here. Time to be... Oh, God. Oh, I guess they destroyed the base and everything. Jeez. You guys are doing pretty good. Like, heat is pretty good. Like, we are generating heat, but honestly, we're not generating that much. There we go. Overall, like, I gotta say, I am liking this mech. I mean, an easy thing we're gonna be able to do, though, is just knock out those jump jets and replace it with some more armor. But, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, this mech is pretty good the way it is so far. Man, talk about like the world's fastest mission. That was like only a few minutes. So welcome to the system, Electro Googly, where we're going to be taking a look at the Spider A. So here we are. This is the Spider A. It's got a very striking like color scheme with a lot of contrast. You know, you got your black and your white. That's already heavy duty contrast, but we also have this like very like rich red color on it, which combined with the yellow on the missiles, a little bit of accents here and there. Oh, we can actually see the AMs now on the left and right center torso, but overall, I mean, it's a pretty cool color scheme. Like, it definitely sticks out. Here is the stats of the mech. A really fast. Like, I don't think there are any mechs faster than that are not using some kind of enhancement that allows them to blow past their speed, basically to go faster, like with a supercharger or mask. As for the weapons, we've got a pair of machine guns and a pair of medium lasers in the left and right arm. One thing is kind of curious, I don't know why it's this way, but they're reversed. So right arm is machine gun on top, medium laser on the bottom. Left arm is medium laser on top, machine gun on the bottom. I don't know why that is, but it is. In the center torso, we have an SRM-4. It is fed by a single ton of ammo, also found in the center torso. We have our two anti-missile systems found on the left and right shoulders, and it also is fed by a single ton of ammo in the left torso. And then the two machine guns are fed by a single ton of ammo, also found in the left torso. We have 6 Class 5 jump jets and a single double heatsink to try and keep things under control, which it actually didn't do that bad of a job. So let's go ahead and take these off. Here we can see the slots. We got the 2 medium energy, 2 small ballistic, a small missile, and 2 AM slots. Like, that's all you can put in there. You can't put anything but AMs. And I probably will use the AMs again, just, I don't know, like, to pretend like maybe we'll see it. I really think we won't see it, but I'll put it on anyways, just to see if we can experience some AMs. Alrighty, and here we are. Those of you who have been watching all the episodes are probably not surprised by this build. Originally in my head, I was like, oh, what if I do small lasers? I'll be able to fit an SRM-6 on, but then it hit me that I can't do that because SRM-6 fits specifically into a medium slot, and we have a small, so we can't do that. So this is what we've got. We went ahead and kept the anti-missile systems. We upgraded them into Tier 3. The SRM-4 remained, but it was upgraded into Tier 2. The machine guns remained, but were upgraded into Tier 5, the Triax machine guns. And then we swapped out the medium lasers for flamers, and the reason for this is simply because they weigh the same amount, and because this mech is so fast, it's going to be just really, really good in close combat, and flamers, they're just going to destroy people in close combat. The combo double machine guns, double flamethrowers, that has just been like a really tried and true setup in our gameplay. And while it does make us a little bit awkward against aerial targets, such as different kinds of helicopters, I feel like we can trust our Lance, and I am capable of firing the SRM-4s. They are in the center torso, meaning I won't be able to shoot directly above me, but I think that's perfectly fine. I think I'm willing to take the hit to not being able to optimally remove the helicopters on my own for just it's just going to be really good firepower. Like, it should be able to chew through mechs that are quite a bit larger than it. And we went ahead and added 2 heat sinks, and we removed the jump jets, and then we boosted the armor up. It originally was maxed out. I added 1 heat sink, and then we had like half of a ton remaining, so I shaved down the armor just a bit, and I fit in that extra second heat sink. We've got 1 ton of SRM ammo, 1 ton of machine gun ammo, 1 ton of AMs, and whenever I think of AMs, I think of AM, the Allied Master Computer from I Have No Mouth, and I Must Scream. That's every time I see AMs, that's just what goes through my mind. Anyways, let's give this mech a shot. Alright, so I've got us a 45 difficulty demolition mission lined up. We're actually hitting the full 230, just jigsaw puzzle with this very light mech going in. And I figured I'd do another demolition because we really designed this to resemble a fire starter. And that means that this mech should excel in this setup at demolition missions. It'll be especially nice since we will be fighting larger mechs, and this mech will be very, very effective at harassing and neutralizing enemies to allow the rest of the Lance to focus on destroying the city. Wow, sounds like they're already knocking on the doors of the Leopard. Anyway, so let's talk about the Spider A, the Anansi. So this mech is apocryphal. There's no evidence that this mech exists, but it's considered apocryphal because it does appear in an officially licensed battle tank. Oh god, right off the bat, Hey, we got it. That looks like a Banshee. I bet it's the Crummy Banshee, though. Oh, gotta change my weapon groups right off the bat. Let's go ahead and do this, and that, and there we go. Wait, let me make sure. No, I caught it. You see that? I didn't push apply. There we go. Alrighty, so anyways, actually, I probably should be focusing on combat, but I'm just going to spin around this guy and overload his heat sinks with my flamers. And this mech should be going down now. Yeah, there we go. I am going to... Okay, that mech is... it's heads. I thought we'll talk about that in a moment. Let me just give me a second, boys. It turns out I gotta actually pull up my pants and duke it out. I can't crash through these walls, so I actually have to shoot my way through them. I'm gonna go for this guy real quick. I just need a target to bring down, to be honest. Wow, that was fast. Alright, I'll help with this one. Coming in here on the side, get the close range weapons into action. Heat is looking just peachy. Like, no, I'm not seeing any significant effect on my heat at all. And we are just going to shred right through this guy. You can see him just spinning around in circles, confused. Woo! Man, bit of an action-packed start right there. I mean, I like it. Fast and Furious, though. I'll take it. Anyway, so this mech is... There's no evidence that this mech exists. It's likely that it was created just for MechWarrior Online and made it into MechWarrior 5. Anyways, the mech gets its name, Anansi, after a god in the... I believe it's pronounced the Akan folklore. That's basically the Akan people. They live in Ghana, and Anansi is a shape-shifting deity who often takes the form of a spider, and the god is associated with like fortune and knowledge, and I believe there's like a whole bunch. Well, I mean, if you have gods, you're going to have, like stories and tales associated. I'm going to have them target the helicopters while I take out these guys. But yeah, you're going to have stories and tales associated with said god, and yeah, I believe this god is just thought of as a god associated with like fortune and knowledge, and he's basically viewed as a trickster god. So you might think of somebody like Loki. However, in Norse mythology, Loki is not an evil character, but can be kind of like spitefully jealous, and as a result can cause unintentional harm to people that he did not intend for it to happen to. Whereas it seems like this guy just seems like he's kind of like he's got jokes. He likes the funnies, he likes the jokes. Gotta say, this mech is performing beautifully. Like the SRM4s really add just that little bit of punch that you might be. Oh god, that was a bad move. Almost crashed. It looks like I didn't hit him too hard though. Not much of a loss there. Wow, we plowed through this mission. Like, this is gonna be a short episode. Wow, talk about like the world's shortest episode here. I mean, I guess I'll just take the PPC. Like, look at this. Like, damage is, a little bit cooked here and there, but no armor breaches. We just went like straight through them. Like, I know people doubt me on those machine guns and flamers. Like, I don't know how many missions I gotta run showing you, like, these machine guns and flamers. Like, if okay, here's the thing. I understand why people aren't crazy about machine guns and flamers. It's because they're unusually good, specifically in MechWarrior 5. Like, the machine guns and flamers have not been as good in previous games. Mainly, the issue with flamer is that it normally doesn't do damage. It's actually kind of non-canon for it to be doing damage, but by doing damage, like, I would use flamers even if they didn't do damage. I probably wouldn't use as many. Like, maybe I'd only use 1 or 2. Like, I wouldn't do like a fire starter with 4 flamers if they didn't do any damage. But, I'd still use like 1 or 2 of them, just because it's really, really nice to be able to heat enemy mechs up. Anyway, so here is the Spider A, the Spider Anansi. Like I said, not a lot of history behind it. It does seem to be just a mech specifically made up by Piranha Games for MechWarrior Online and therefore imported into MechWarrior 5. But overall, it has exactly what you would want out of the Spider. Like, the Spider just lacks hardpoints. It needs more hardpoints. It needs to be able to do more damage. And what's funny is the weapons we're using, with the exception of the SRM, they're all at home on the Spider. There's this machine gun Spider. There is a flamer Spider, So we're still using weapons that you would expect to see on the space. Even if this mech didn't have the SRM4, look, I want the SRM4. But if it didn't have the SRM4 and it just had the 2 machine guns and 2 lasers, I'd still like it, to be honest. I'd still be quite happy with it. Didn't get to see much from the anti-missile system, but I mean, like I said, we're going to have to get deeper into the game where mechs use missiles more frequently. Anyways, let me know what you think. What do you think about the Spider A? Do I think it is a good mech? I think it's an awesome mech. It's really fast. It's really fun. Once you armor it up, it feels fairly safe to use, especially if your pilot skill has 10 out of 10 evasion. It's going to be really, really hard to hit this mech as long as you keep moving, so just be careful not to get stuck inside of buildings, which slows you down a good bit. Anyways, what would you have done with the Spider Anansi? Are you interested in picking up this mech now that you saw it? Like, I had my doubts. I was like, oh, great, a hero spider. But let me tell you, once I pilot, I am convinced this mech was badass. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Like the video, do everything, subscribe for future MechWarrior 5 Heroes of the Innersphere stupid content. And of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.